What's going on YouTube? Burlington Northern HO fan here, and today it's Labor Day weekend, so you know what that means. I'm at the train museum. They're gonna run at night tonight. Already got something from the hobby shop, but let's see what we can get into. Is, you know, good old 938. But look at what she's got. She's finally got her logo. She looks so much better with the logo. It's awesome. Here we are in Barn 9, and here's the Zephyr, you know, getting ready to, it's gonna be used today. And we have something that's never usually out in the open. Santa Fe 92 F45, FP45. It's awesome. I'm cutting some footage here from Diesel Days of it running past me, but that's awesome. Usually this thing does not sit in a barn that's accessible to the public, so it's awesome to see it out. I'm a little bit of a sucker for F45s and FP45s, because they're cool. I think they're cool, but it's pretty neat. Missing some of its MU cables. Pretty neat. Here's the rear end of the locomotive. And again, it's missing some of its MU cables. Still pretty neat. Okay, so here we have some footage of when it was running at Diesel Days, and I was there for the Sunday when this locomotive was running. I didn't get a full video that day, but I got some footage of the locomotives I wanted to get footage of. So this is Santa Fe 92 going to run past me as it leaves the station.
Right on time.
Yep.
That'd be a fun cab ride.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it when it's on the Zephyr.
In this bit of footage, you're going to see them bringing it back to where they're going to park it and leave it for the rest of the day.
And with the end of this video, we're gonna cut back to present day.
Baldwin double head switcher with an 80s ST50 parked in front of it. Kind of crazy. And then we have an Elko parked in front of that. It's kind of a weird mix-up, but it still looks pretty cool. Pretty neat. This center cab unit is just all types of cool. Sign says that it's operational, but I have a feeling it's broken down because they haven't run it in forever, or at least I haven't seen them run it in forever. But one thing to harken back to the Baldwin steam era, look at those footboards. They're made out of wood. That's crazy. Also, with it being a Baldwin, those MU cables are non-existent. So, typical Baldwin making things hard, not knowing what they're doing when they made diesels, but it's still a cool freaking switcher, honestly. I'm glad they finally have it out in the open so we can look at it. Also, another thing that harkens back to the steam era on this diesel is the little tiny pilot that thing has. Little itty bitty pilot. Or cow catcher, as the uncultured would say. But yeah, it's, like I said, I really like this one. It's different. It's pretty cool. And because, you know, why not? I had to do it. I saw it right there in the open. I had to do it. But yeah, pretty cool. This one's starting to look really nice. I got it, started painting it. It's starting to look really pretty. The furnace filters, I don't know, but it still looks pretty cool. That's, you know, it's an Elko, so maybe the furnace filters are okay, but I still like it. This is probably one of my favorite Elkos here. Anyway, let's see what else we can get into. We're on the back side of Barn 8, and they've got some of the more modern L cars back here. And check out this. Built by Boeing. What? It's crazy. An airplane manufacturer built these. It's crazy. I want to look at this rapid transit thing over here. Southside Rapid Transit. Interesting. It's a weird looking car. See if I can poke my camera in there. She's pretty gutted. Pretty neat though. Interesting. Very cool. Got a couple boxcars down there. Different. A little bit of the side of the museum that we don't usually see. Pretty cool. Here's a better look at the front of those Boeing L cars. And also, here you go, an L car that has trolley poles on it. Pretty crazy. Pretty neat. The other set of L cars, or modern L cars, and here's the sign about them. Pretty cool. One thing about to note, it says that they were retired in 2013. Most likely saw these cars running on the actual L line towards O'Hare. So, pretty cool to see them now in a museum. It's interesting. Barn 7, and I never showed these on camera, so I figured I might. Cool pictures and everything. And a couple signs underneath. Here's an old horse-drawn car. And there's a sign back here talking about the cable cars. Pretty rudimentary in there, honestly. Pretty cool. Old street light. Pretty cool. It's the oldest piece of equipment that they have here at the museum. You can hear El Frisco in the background. And here's what would have replaced the horse-drawn car, a cable car right here. Pretty neat. Hey, here we are out of Barn 7, and we are looking at the beautiful X18 General Electric turbine locomotive. And oh boy, it's so cool, so big, honestly. I know it'll never happen, but it would be so cool to see a turbine run again, but there's no way that'll ever happen. We have our beautiful ex-Burlington Northern ST45, now Wisconsin Central. Pretty neat. Here's our E8B unit. Here we have the Toronto Rally trolley car that they're gonna eventually make to standard gauge so it can run around the trolley loop, which will be pretty cool. Can't wait to ride this one. Here's the Iowa Pacific E8, number 515. Either Metro 515, Chicago Northwestern 515. Which one is it? I don't know. But it eventually will be going back to Chicago Northwestern paint. So it's cool to see the IC paint as it is for now, but it's going to be going away, unfortunately. But it's still pretty cool. Pretty neat. There we have the weird RS locomotive in Burlington Northern 3. And yes, of course, we have to have my favorite locomotive here at the museum, the ST40-2. Awesome. Here we have the TTI. And our Dash 8 down there. Here's a closer look at BN3 and the Dash 8 and the RS unit. With the nice 5-gallon buckets and covering the exhaust. Like the perfect size, why not? It looks like we've got BN1 coupled up behind BN3 here. Yes, in fact we do. That awesome silver BN logo on the front. Pretty awesome. And see, here's our C424 Alco locomotive. I believe it's the only Century locomotive that they have here at the museum. Be cool to see this thing run and do the with the black smoke coming out of it. That would be cool. And there's BN2. And that's pretty much it for down here. Let's move on to the next thing.
So now we're in the coach barn, which has been closed pretty much most of the year, but now it's finally open, and we're looking inside our coaches. A little bit here, I'll be going in some of the coaches, and you'll see that. So the first coach that we're in is an old school Santa Fe lounge slash sleeping car, combine car. So the next coach that we're in here is a diner car that has a bunch of pictures, old pictures of the museum. It's actually really cool. And the final car that we go through here is a Santa Fe baggage slash coach combine car. And now, as I'm going through the other cars you can look into in this barn, we have a Studebaker and a Model A in a Rock Island automobile boxcar. In this part of the video, we step into an old icebox refrigerator wooden car, and we can see all the different signs and plates of how they use these cars back in the day. In this part of the video, we jump to where I got on the caboose train, and I got on the last caboose in the line. I got on the Milwaukee Road Bayside window caboose, and I was able to sit in the Bayside window area of the caboose. In this part of the video, you're going to see me show the brake pressure gauge on the caboose itself. You can see what it looks like and what the how much pressure is in the line. We're coming up to the crossing now, and you're going to hear the really obnoxious horn that this little electric switcher has. It's a Leslie RS3L. In this part of the video, we're going the opposite direction, and this is me sticking my camera out the window.
And yes, we're stopping. Oh yeah, we're stopping. We're gonna feed something. Yep. Here we go.
Is the Commonwealth Edison #4 that was pulling our train, and that ridiculous RS3L that's on top of the thing. Pretty crazy. This part of the video, I decided to record the Zephyr as it came out of the barn, and you can see the Green Hornet drive past me as I'm waiting for the Zephyr. This part of the video, I'm on the steam train and I'm recording the L cars coming past us as we're getting ready to leave Johnson Siding on the steam train. And there she is, the grand old lady, the Frisco 1630 Decapod. In this part, since I figured we rode the trains last year in this video, I would record them as they drove past us at night. So this is Illinois Terminal 101 as it comes over the crossing. And what we have here is a recording of Frisco 1630 coming past us at full chat over the crossing. here we are, back at the home, at the layout. I did do some work off camera. I changed my paper mache setup over there, but that's for a different video. Anyway, all we're doing here is we're showing what I bought at the hobby shop. It's in this box right here. It's an Athearn Blue Box. Open this thing up real quick. There's our instruction manual. And here we have a Blue Box -9 Chicago Northwestern paint scheme. I had to get it. So we have that. We've got all the pieces in there. So let me get all the pieces installed on this thing, and then we'll put it on the layout and we'll see how it runs. Okay, we've got it on the track with all the fancy stuff on it. I glued the sunshades, the antenna, the side pieces here onto the locomotive. I greased it up a little bit because I don't know how long it's been running. I'm not really planning on making a video of repairing this locomotive, so because I was already told that it runs perfectly fine. So let's see how it goes. That's about a quarter throttle. Seems like it's doing pretty well. It's a little noisy, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna get some cars and we'll pull some stuff behind it. With that, I think that's going to be the end of this video. If you couldn't tell, it's a Burlington Northern channel, as most of my modern equipment is Burlington Northern related, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit of a different video, but I'm sure you guys will like it. So, I think I did a pretty good haul today with this locomotive, so I'm glad to have it to my collection. Maybe DCC Sound is in its future for a Blue Box, because I know that's a pretty big task to do, but maybe. We'll see in the future. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.